Hello everyone, it is Jacob with the update for Time Mark 7 and Time Mark 8 on the Youga. I have level 86, so I don't have my last trait open yet, but the build is insane already. I will show you Time Mark 7 maps without gear, and then I will show you Time Mark 8 maps with basic gear, which you can acquire for really cheap. The only costly item that you will want to get eventually is a second wand, but yeah, that's nothing insane. Also, you can get them for under 1000 FEs as well. So this damage, around 500 million, is without gear, without candles, without hero relics, without hero memories, without slates, without anything. I have only Supreme Throne and a few legendaries here. So yeah, without damage pads, 500 million easy. You can clear Time Mark 7 maps and farm for the rest of the gear by using boss rushing strategies for Time Mark 7 maps. Coffee Beans made a really nice video on boss rushing strategies for Time Mark 7 maps, so I recommend you check his channel out and his Time Mark 7 boss rushing video. You can make 500 FEs an hour boss rushing Time Mark 7 maps. This is how the build without gear performs on Time Mark 7, so you can run them really quickly. You just run around. You set up your mind control to autocast in here, battle, and mind control for auto channel. So you can just press it, Youga will channel it, and you can play it with one hand basically. So yeah, completely without gear. The gear that I have on myself costs 30 FEs. Let's say. So you can farm for it really quickly. Even in Time Mark 5 maps. You get your Supreme Throne, you get your armor, you get your boots, and as last you get the Explodey helmet, which is not necessary, but it is fun to play with, so yeah, I recommend that one in leveling builds. And then you just run through maps as fast as possible. Kill boss, rinse and repeat, sell invitations from watchers, and that's it. So that's Time Mark 7. For Time Mark 8, you will keep farming Time Mark 7 to get the rest of your gear. You want to fill up the slots basically. So for necklace, I'm going for Strange Snow because that gives you affliction effect. So that's the first slot here, 2 FE, almost for free. For the rings, Reaping cooldown recovery and erosion and elemental resistance with some affliction effect on both of them. Elemental resistance, reaping cooldown, affliction effect. That's it. And for the belt, another source of reap and affliction effect. That's it for the belt. And now for the wand. You want to get a wand that has plus skills, reap, and affliction effect basically. And how you can shop for these, you can check anyone in the leaderboard in the hero rankings, check their stuff, you click price check, then you click the important mods. I will leave the important mods in the builders, so you can check them on the Maxroll build planners. So you check these. Check the mods that you want, the important ones, those are these 4 on the wand. Then you click the loop button here, or a magnifying glass, like this, and it opens the trade house. What you want to do here, get rid of the base, that does not really matter for now, and then just reset all the numbers, because you are just looking for an item to make your build go in. And you click search, and you buy something cheap. You can even put in some energy, let's say like 58 energy, and you will look for something cheap like 200 FEs here, and this would be a completely okay item for the beginning. So 200 FEs, 460, and you just buy something cheap with like high affliction effect and high reap. That's it. That's how easy it is, and you can do this with all the items basically. So if you want to get rings, you check reaping cooldown, elemental and erosion and affliction effect. You can get rid of the base here, click the magnifying glass, reset the numbers like this, clear, search, and you just buy the cheapest item that you can find here. Maybe even get rid of the resistances at the beginning to make the items even cheaper. You can get one for 30 FEs here. So yeah, you're just looking for something really cheap to fill out your slots, and you're looking for items with resistances as well. Later on, you will get a lot of resistances from your precise elemental resistance aura, but that is not cheap, so you will have to farm for that. Like, these costs around 1.5k, so yeah. But you will be able to farm for them pretty quickly, so don't be worried. With just the gear on, without hero relics and hero memories, the build already starts doing like billions of damage, so it starts being to be capable like to clear 8 time mark 8 maps easily. So this is just with the gear on, without hero relic and hero memories, and you are already on like free build. That's enough to start clearing time mark 8 and start farming the invitations for time mark 8 Realm Lord, which you want to save because you need to kill time mark 8 Realm Lord for a quest where you will get like another talent point, right? So yeah, around 3 to 4 billion with only gear on, and then you will start buying your hero relics and hero memories. And for those, you want to get additional reaping cooldown and this, like for every X points of temporal energy gain, additional damage over time. That's your hero relic. And the first hero memory you want to get is this, like, legendary one. The prototypes are cheap, so just get that one. That goes for around 65 or 100, so yeah, try to get that one. If you cannot find any with like 21 or 20, try to find one with a little bit more. Those will get a lot cheaper really fast. You can go even 22%. And you can start getting them for almost free. So yeah, that's the legendary one. And until you are level 90, or if you have like a hero relic that has the free slots here, you can already use all free hero relics and hero or all free of your hero memories. But the second memory that you want to get is the reap cooldown and reap. Those are going for like 30. If you go for a little bit lower reap cooldown, you can get them cheaper. So if you don't have the FEs for the more pricier one, try reducing the numbers a little bit and get them for cheaper. And the third memory that you want to get is this reap cooldown, and the reap purification damage dealt to enemies is recorded to twisted spacetime. So those are the modes, so reap cooldown everywhere. Yeah. As I said, I will leave the important mods on items in the builders, so you can check them there. And this is the damage of the build with the hero relics and hero memories. It should go to around like maybe 18 bill. Let's see. Or it might have been 18 bill with my damage pets, which I have insane damage pets for damage over time, so don't bother with that. But even 10 billion is already enough to kill the Time Mark 8 Realm Lord once you get to him with a little practice. So yeah. Now for the skills, I'm using Mind Control, Guard, Passivation, Cataclysm, Erosion Penetration, and Shortened Duration. Mind Control is damage over time. Channeled skill, Guard, increases its damage. Like, you are not generating barrier that often, because to generate the barrier from the channel you need to stop the channel and start channeling again after your barrier drops. So yeah, I don't want to like go into the depth with this, so yeah. Passivation increases the erosion damage Mind Control does. Cataclysm gives you more damage per affliction and affliction effect. Erosion pen, obvious erosion penetration, and shortened duration increases the damage over time Mind Control does. For the movement skill, you are not using any blink, but you could. But this one is more efficient, and you want to go for uptime, so blurry steps, and you also need a source of generating blur because of one of your passive talent nodes, so I will show that later. So this one would be the best one here. Blur gives you a lot of movement speed when you push it, when you cast it, and it does not interrupt your when you are channeling, so these two skills pair together really well. So blurry steps, extended duration, mania to increase its effect, and well fought battle also increases its effect. For the curse skill, corruption for erosion damage penetration, or you deal additional erosion damage to monsters that are affected by corruption. Terrain of Malice and Abysmal Hatred. And once you get a few FEs, you can buy Activation Medium Elite. Try to get one with like decent roll on the meters, and either duration or cooldown recovery is okay, does not really matter. Just try to get some with more than 0%. The better number you get here, the better uptime you will get from the curse, basically. But you get a lot of like duration increase from your passive skills or passive tree, so this mod does not matter that much. Just try to get one that is above 0. The second Empower skill, Star Stalker, shoots a projectile and creates a circle about around a monster that it hits. If you stay in the circle, you deal additional damage over time. You pair that with Activation Medium Preparation. What you want to get here is prepare the supported skill every 8 seconds. This is really important, because once you get enough energy and you can pair this with Mass Effect, you want to have the maximum stacks before this casts again. So yeah, 8 seconds is important on this one. And the cooldown recovery is nice to have as well, just to cast it as often as possible, but not more often that you would deplete your charges, basically. Yeah, you don't want to be at 0 charges. You want to stay at 3 when it casts, so that would look like this. Like, it gets cast every 8 seconds when you are near something that it can cast on. And now the cooldown goes, and it shoots again after you reach 3 stacks, like this. That's what you want. That's the ideal situation which you want to achieve, basically. Like that. Because for every stack it has, the mass effect gives it additional effect through this mod. So yeah, Well-Food Battle increases the effect of the Storstalker with every cast up to 3 times. Yeah. And the last Empower skill, Mana Boil, the setup is the same as with in the leveling video, like Mana Boil, self-sacrifice, a lot of like effect. The Mana Boil never drops, like it does not have duration, it lasts until you deplete all your mana, so the negative side of self-sacrifice does not work on this skill. So just press it at the start of the map and you are good to go. Pair that with Mania and Mass Effect. The only downside of Mana Boil is that you need some source of mana regen, and for example with my damage pact spirits, I sometimes run into trouble with my mana. As you can see, I'm not regenerating mana that quickly, even though I took like the free mana regeneration nodes in the pact spirit tree. So you might have to take at least some mana regeneration nodes on your pact spirits. Just keep that in mind. With my level in pact spirits, you have 2 of those, so that's enough for the build to regenerate mana. But yeah, so you just have to balance your mana, and if you can do it with your pact spirits, that's nice. If not, you might need to get some mana regeneration on one of your rings maybe, or your belt. Yeah, I will leave that up to you. For the auras, elemental resistance, you will not be able to cap your resistances early on, but you can start leveling the aura because you will be able to cap your resistances later on. So that's this. You will eventually want to swap it for the precise version, as I showed you. So yeah, Selfishness, stand as 1. Aura Amplification increases its effect. The second aura would be Energy Fortress. You are energy shield based, so you will be running like 20,000 energy shield maybe later on, or 15,000. So Energy Shield Fortress is the obvious choice here. Selfishness, stand as 1. Aura Amplification again, increasing its effect. For Deep Pain, you are running it on life, so that would look like this. Deep Pain, Seal Conversion, Selfishness, stand as 1. And Aura Amplification. There's one caveat with the Seal Conversion. I will show it after the last aura. The last aura would be Erosion Enhancement, Selfishness, stand as 1, and Aura Amplification again increases your damage over time, or erosion damage, and this one increases your damage over time. Yeah. For the auras, while you are leveling, in the Warlock tree, you will want to take the sealed mana nodes before you get enough points to get off the beaten track. After you get off the beaten track, you can get rid of those sealed mana nodes and put them elsewhere, basically. And before you get off the beaten track, you also need to run a different aura on life. So I was running Elemental Resistance on life before. That would be it for the auras. Now for the passive skills. Goddess of Deception. The tree looks like this. I will leave it in the builder. You're choosing Windwalk, dot damage, and Forbidden Power, additional erosion damage, using erosion skills, so that's a lot of damage there. Psychic, the tree looks like this. Like, you will not have enough points to max out everything. So for example this, like damage against cursed enemies, and in this, there's 8% chance to paralyze enemies on hit or upon dealing damage. 1 point in this is more than enough to proc it on monsters, so don't put more points into this one specifically. Yeah. Large passives here affliction, increases affliction effect and provides you with affliction generation. And Reap Purification, since Mind Control does not put any stacks on monsters, Reap Purification is awesome for this build. It is same like with other damage overtime builds that you do not use stacks, like don't use Reap Purification on wild builds basically. If you are not able to stack build fast. But on this build, Reap Purification is great, same with like Forest Terra. Yeah. And the last tree is Warlock. The tree looks like this for now. And as I've mentioned, early on you want to get sealed mana just to be able to run all your auras. And the large passives here, Prelude. Using a non-main skill will make the next main skill deal 30% additional damage. So you are using non-main skills almost all the time. Some of them are triggered, some of them you use manually, like the this Blurry Steps. I'm forgetting the skill names. And the second passive would be Off the Beaten Track, which gives you +4 support skill levels, and support skills mana multiplier is fixed at 95%. This one is insane for auras, because some of the support skills on auras, like aura amplification, do not have like additional modifier for mana cost. So this basically, when you put it on an aura, and you have the Off the Beaten Track, it reduces the mana cost of the aura. See, I have 67 mana now. If I put it in, I have 74. And that's because on this specific like skill link, there isn't a mod that increases the sealed mana for the supported skill. So that's really nice, and that's the way how you can run like 30% sealed mana aura on live. Without it, you cannot run it. When you put it in, you suddenly can reserve all your life with all these supports, just thanks to the Off the Beaten Track. So that were passive skills and skills. For the hero traits, you are going like this. The last one you will want to take the bottom one, and for the like hero trait support, you can either use increased area or extended duration. I don't find like a difference in those, so yeah, use whichever one you like. Does not really matter. Now the last thing that I need to mention, for the statue of the god, I did not bother with that yet, so that's the topic for the next video. So that's it for the build. For now, I will show you Time Mark 8 map, just to prove you that you can start farming Time Mark 8. That would go like this. Let's take the XP. And you will keep farming, keep getting better gear, and keep improving your character. This one gets 2 maps really quickly and for really cheap. As you can see, the explode helps with clear like a bit, but the explode is not necessary, but like the build clears it just fine even without it, so yeah. As you can see, you are just running around and everything dies like this. Okay, and as you get the last talent, the level 90 talent, you will get a lot of damage from this as well, so the damage will just go up tremendously. So yeah, just enjoy the journey. Youga is really fun. Will be fast, will be tanky as well once you get the right gear pieces. Like, you will start swapping out the legendary gear for rare ones with like physical damage reduction and yeah, physical damage reduction is the most important, because that's the damage that will kill you most of the times. So yeah, but that's a topic for another video.
I haven't even given it my all yet.
Enjoy this moment.
This is my Youga for now. Time Mark 8, Time Mark 7 speed farming, Time Mark 8 speed farming, boss rushing. Enjoy. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the 8.4 update, hopefully. Yeah. See you in the next one.